What's up, everyone? I'm back again. And let's talk about I hate my job and what I can do about it. Well, I don't really hate my job. But did you know that majority of people, about 21% employees, feel that way? That I hate my job? Well, let's see why you hate your job and ways we can cope with it. Now, I have 17 effective strategies way to cope with a job that you hate. Majority of times I love every single one of my jobs. There's only a very few jobs I did not like in my career. So how can we deal with it? How can we cope with it? So like I said, 19% of people feel down and miserable about their jobs. 21% of employees feel engaged at work, while 60% feels restless and detached from the jobs. It could be for a lot of reasons why you hate your jobs. So is it normal to absolutely hate your job? According to the reports from Gallup, it's definitely normal to hate your job. The same report noted that nearly half employees worldwide feel stressed, while 40% feel worried and 20 feels angry. This shows that unfortunately a lot of people aren't very happy with their jobs. So it's kind of normal not to like your job and hate your job. But how can you cope with it and how can you make your job better? Well, before we get into that and how to cope with it, is it okay to quit your job that you hate? Well, first you have to make sure you can pay your bills. If you can't pay your bills, you have to keep working so you can pay your bills. It's absolutely okay to quit your job that you hate, but no matter the reason, you still have finance to worry about. If you are the main source of income for your household, you just can't quit your job. You have responsibilities. Like, how will you pay your bills without your job? And what are the specific reasons for quitting? Answer those two questions before you just upright and quit. And the other question is, how long should I stay at a job if I hate it? So, I'll give you an example. You walk into a place, day one, you hate it. And you just took this job on. And you left a great company. And you just keep comparing, well, this place isn't organized. This place is very stressful. I have a micromanager now. How long should I stay at there? Well, it really depends on your circumstance. If you feel unsafe and stay would harm your mental health, quit immediately. Because your mental health is very important. Now, you stay at the job until it allows you to earn money to avoid a gap in your resume. So you stay at the job until you find another one. And while you do that, you just look for very similar jobs. So, what to do when you hate your job and you can't quit? Well, the only thing you can do is create an exit strategy. You identify your target income you want to make, identify the lifestyle and the budget, and then you list up your traits for your ideal job. So you go look for a job that you want to go do. So, what do you do while you still hate your job and you're there? Well, if you hate your job and you're still there, just stick to your job description. They can't write you up for doing things outside your job description. But you just stick to your job description. Don't answer your work calls or emails outside of work. Don't volunteer for tasks. Just do what you need to do. Embrace being good enough at work. Don't turn in bad work. That is not something to do. Now, if they allow you to wear headphones or turn away messages to signal to other coworkers, then, do that. Take your lunch break and other breaks as necessary, and use your time off and don't be reached while you're gone. If you are picking up your phone while you're on vacation, that's not real vacation. That's you going somewhere and you getting a phone call still at work. So make sure you enjoy your time off and don't bring up work whenever you're not at work. So let's talk about the 17 effective ways that I found that can help you cope with your I hate your job situation. Because you know what? I normally hate it because of a micromanager. So the first thing you need to do is you need to identify the root cause. Why do you hate your job when you go in there? Hating your job doesn't necessarily mean you hate what you're doing or the workload, but it could be something like a micromanager. It could be because it's exhausting routine, or unexpected rejections can make your job resentful. So you can tell no at work, you can't do this, no, you can't do this. It builds up a very bad negative feeling at work because you're getting shot down. It might be your proposal, it might be a bunch of different things. So the very first thing you need to identify what is going on. So why do I hate my job? If it's because the workload, maybe you can fix it by talking to your boss, and that is step 2. Talk to your boss. Most of us talk to our boss or manager will make things worse, right? We think, oh, it's gonna make things worse. Well, first thing first, equip yourself with resources and experience to help handle this tricky situation. Don't share why you hate the job. So communication, you're concerned and you're exhausted, or what's going on with your life, that maybe you tell them, hey, I'm burnt out, I'm stressed out, I'm emotionally not feeling well, and talk to your boss. And maybe if your issue with work is they're overloading you with work, and your manager can say, backtrack that and give you less work because someone isn't picking up their workload. And make sure you're not the reason why you are hating your job, because you might be just very negative about the job because you don't like being there in the first place. But at the end of the day, you need to pay your bills. So you have to find a way to cope with it. So you need to talk to your boss and find out ways to improve your work environment. And most of the time, I found out it's either a micromanager or if they're overloading key employees because someone is slacking. The thing is, if someone's slacking at work, tell your boss so they can send the workload back over there. So you don't have to do all the work in the office. Number 3 is seek internal opportunities. Sometimes we hate our jobs because we feel stuck without a room to grow, right? So look internal of the company, and maybe you find a manager position or another position within the company that you would enjoy better. So all you need to do is talk to HR, talk to your manager, and say, hey, is there a growth opportunity? And take it. Because it might not be the company, it might just be that work environment. And that's the easiest way, because getting promoted or changing jobs within the company is a lot easier than trying to find a job outside the company, because you don't have to really do the interview process. You have a leg up against other people who are applying for the same job. Number 4 is network. So I know people hate work and they want to be a loner, but you need to build a network. You might hate your job because you feel lonely at work and there's no one around you. Well, try talking to your colleagues. Now, there are some annoying colleagues. There's all different type of colleagues, but try to find some people that you like at work. So maybe you can talk to someone at work and get out your emotions, and it help you cope with it. Because you can find some good friends at work. Just don't bottle it up and sit in the corner all lonely and looking depressed. So try to build your network, and one of those people might give you a opportunity at another department, and it'll help you out. Number 5, boost your skills. So you might feel underperforming or need more skills to move into a better role. So take some online courses, watch YouTube tutorial, and visit test website to test your skills. Maybe you're trying to shoot for a better opportunity, but your skills aren't there yet. So this is for programmers. So programmers have to know how to write in different codes. So they can test it by going online and say, okay, I can now write in this language. Well, you can't really get promoted without knowing another skill set for that job. So make sure you boost your skills so you can find a better job. Maybe just you're tired of being told what to do, so you need to be a manager. Or you're tired of what you do, build your skill set so you can quit your job and have a side hustle to keep you afloat. You just have to find what makes you happy. And then 7, set boundaries. There is some workplaces just toxic and the people there are just rude and everything else you can think of. Don't worry. Set boundaries. Say, hey man, this is your workload. You need to do your own job. I'm not here to do your job. Don't hesitate to tell them, say no. I know that it's hard for some people because other people will put their work on to you just because you are the quiet one or just because you're not going to say anything. And you need to know, hey, set boundaries. You're not there to do everyone else's work. And that could be different people, different cases. And just make sure you are doing your fair share of work. Because you might be the one not doing the fair share of work. And you're just actually really slow. So you need to analyze, hey, how much work am I actually doing that work compared to other people? Now, next one, number 8, is prioritize self-care. Just take care of yourself. Some people do not take care of themselves. They start getting bigger. They start gaining weight. They started to get confident issue, and it's starting to see at work. So you ever meet those employees that never take any time off, and then year after year they start getting grumpier and grumpier, and you just tell them, hey man, go take a vacation because you're pushing yourself at work too much and you're overloaded. So make sure you take your vacation. Don't let them say no to you about using your vacation time. It is your time, so take your vacation time. Number 9, try to exercise regularly. Getting regular exercise helps you with the mood and cuts down your stress. There's plenty of studies that says that. So make sure you exercise. I mean, even a simple walk lets you blow off some steam, so will make you feel better. And then number 10 is prioritizing tasks at work. Don't jumble it all together. Try to set yourself, hey, these are the important tasks I need to do today. If I can't finish this other stuff, it is what it is. But politely decline or ask for help. And if you're doing more than your role, ask for compensation for doing extra so that you feel better about it. Because if you make a little bit more money, hey, it's no issue with it. Because a little more money never hurts anyone. Find purpose in small wins at work. So if you can find the purpose at work and the small wins and what it's accomplished, you feel better inside because you accomplish stuff. The issue with it is, as an engineer, sometimes you only have big projects, and the big projects take a while, and those will really grind you down. It's really tiring, and you just need to say, okay, I finished phase 1, I finished phase 2. Those are accomplishments. Don't forget that. Celebrate the small accomplishment with the big accomplishment. Nextly, is negotiation of your salary and benefits. Maybe you're mad at work because they're underpaying you. So what you should do is talk to your boss, say, hey, I'm tempted to leave because of pay, because this company's offering me more money. Is there anything you can do for me? Don't threaten to leave. Just say, hey, what can you do to bump my pay? What is there I can do for the company? And maybe if they adjust your benefit, maybe it'll give you bonuses. It's just sometimes they don't know. And if you don't ask for a pay raise, it's not really their fault. because they don't know. So they should give you annual raises every year for inflation, but maybe that's not enough. Talk to your boss, talk to HR, and say, hey man, I might jump ship because the pay's not good enough, and let's see how they handle that. Next is don't settle. Remember why you started working and your dream job. So if you don't like your job, maybe it's because you want to work at your dream job. Keep pursuing it and take steps towards it, like building skills and other goals. And then the next one is focus on your long-term goals. Why are you working there and what is the point? Is it expand your network, professional, gain valuable experience, or maybe it's just to pay bills? What's your long-term goal? So you might be working at Walmart and trying to get a job as an engineer. Well, you're going to have to deal with it until you hit your long-term goal, get an engineer and get your time in service and start making better money. So what's your long-term goal? It might be short-term, you're suffering at your job because you're waiting to get a better employment opportunity. And then the next one is research potential employers. Before discussing a pay boost or bump in your role, look around at other companies and look what different companies are letting you know what you're worth. You can prepare market compensation packages so you don't go into the office, talk to the boss, say, hey, I'm underpaid and this is the reason why. Well, if you have a research on it and prove and say, hey, this is how much this job position paying at these companies, I would like a pay raise to match theirs, or is there anything I can do? So don't hesitate to ask. As long as you have research backing it, they can push to the HR and they might be able to get you a raise. They can't give you a raise just randomly because you need proof of you being underpaid and everything else like that. And then next is it worth it? Push come to shove, you should reconsider your company. Reflect on your performance experience and ask yourself, is this company worth it or should I jump ship? And if you talk to your boss already and it's not improving, all you can do is say, is this company worth it to be this stressed out? And you just might have to leave the company and look for another job because that job isn't for you. Next is ask for extra resources. Maybe you're overloaded at daily workload and tasks so ask for extra manpower. Maybe that's the tool is you overworked and you just need an extra hand to help you out. They might be able to find a secretary. They might be able to find someone to help you out in your job. So ask for extra resources. If your workload is too heavy, say, hey man, my workload is too heavy. You added all this extra work to my plate and it's just me and so, and we just can't handle this workload. So ask for the extra resource and see what happens. And next is create a financial plan. And that's the last one. So at some point you need to look at the company and say, they're giving me a paycheck. And say, you need to create a financial plan to determine how much money you need to save to leave your current job. You might want to talk to a financial advisor about this. Maybe you want to be self-employed, XYZ. You need to figure out how much money does it need to have in your saving account before you have to quit your job, before you start doing other things. Because maybe you do not want to be employed by anyone. You want your own business. Maybe you want to be, do real estate. You need to find out what is your financial plan and create it, because then it gives you a goal from outside of work. And then that will help you pursue on to your next career or be happier at work, because you're just coping with work until you find something you do enjoy. Remember, this is the 17 strategies to cope with the job you hate. Not to do anything else but trying to deal with the work environment, because no work environment is perfect and you're gonna have to figure out what's the best way for you to deal with it. For me, the best way for me to deal with it was, truthfully, what is my long-term goal? It wasn't the money. It wasn't anything else. What's my long-term goal? Because if the job's paying you $300,000 a year and you really hate it because you're overworking XYZ, well, what are you going to do with the money? Because if your long-term goal is to pay off your house and you're only going to deal with it until you pay off your house, you're just going to cope with it until you finish paying off your house, right? So move forward, find a way to deal with your stress, and maybe you like to subscribe to my video. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for another video.